Hi. So, I wanted to start this channel because I've been on a spiritual journey for better part of a year. And once you go on this journey, a lot of the lies about the world tends to just fall away, and it leaves you kind of in a space where it's hard to be around people that you used to know, because you're not the same person anymore. You've kind of found God and the truth at the same time, and you realize how many lies and deception there are around, that everybody just thinks are true, and it basically keeps you inside of a box. And once you open yourself up and deal with your trauma and your victim mentality, and then realize that you are the curator of your reality and you get to write your own story, where I think a lot of people think that their life's on rails and bad things just happen to them. And the most humbling part of it is when you realize that you're your own worst enemy, and you've created a lot of the situations in your life that have brought on the trauma from things that have happened to you. So I wanted to make this channel because as soon as I invited Jesus into my life and then started reading the Bible, and I started to pray and basically asked God to make me more like my hero, which is Jesus Christ. Like, I don't think there's anyone out there any more amazing than this man that 100% existed, and due to all the evil in the world and the deception, they still can't really discredit the fact that he died. He most definitely died, and then came back from the dead, which, as far as I'm concerned, nobody's actually died the way he died and then miraculously came back to life. So, I can understand how people are a little skeptical of these things, and they believe that we're on a spinning ball going through the universe and we're rotating on an axis and there's all these planets and everything. Like, I can understand, because we've been programmed that way from birth, and it is at odds with what's written in the Bible, but that's really my journey specifically, where I'm looking for proof of one way or the other. But I think that's where faith comes in, where once you start reading the Bible, I'm on the Old Testament right now. I've been reading it for a few months. I'm about almost 600 pages in. I'm just finishing the book of Job, and a lot of parallels are coming out about idolatry and lies and making money your God, which is the root of all evil, and all these things that really don't bring you happiness. And if money is your God, then it's never going to be enough. You can never make enough money to make you happy if that's if that's what does it for you. But I think a lot of people that follow this path, a very narcissistic path, they want to remain tethered to this reality, instead of Christians that are doing their best and showing kindness and service to others. And when our time comes, we're not going to be hoping to stay here. We're going to be glad to move on, because let's face it, it's pretty bad out there in the world, and I think it has actually got a lot better if you go back to Victorian times, especially in England, where life was hard. If you didn't have money, it was hard, and really not a lot has changed since then. Maybe the conditions have got better, but it's the same thing. The people that are in power only have their power because of poor people. Without poor people, rich people can't exist, and there's always that manipulation between the two. So anyway, I digress. I just wanted to go over what was like the main interest in this channel, and I really want to like look into scripture and look into things that are going on in the world, and try to find the truth in all the midst of the lies, because the lies, they don't match up. You can always tell the difference between reality and lies, especially with this Ukraine-Russia thing. There's a lot of, a lot of propaganda, a lot of, it's okay to hate this kind of person, this kind of group, and not okay to hate this kind of group. And I think you know what I'm talking about in the news. So, hopefully people are interested in my views, and maybe it sparks some kind of discussion. But I want to approach the world with love and people with love, and try to use discernment where you don't let people take advantage of you, and you put your kindness in the right place. So yeah, welcome to my channel, and I'm looking forward to keep on making videos, and hopefully you get some interested. All right, bye.